In this implementation video series, we will walk you through the step-by-step process of how to customize your college or university's new SportsWare Online account. Prior to entering any athlete or student information into SportsWare, please watch the entire 4-part series and make the relevant changes to your account. This first video will go over adding a user and setting existing user rights in the system. SportsWare defines users as individuals with add, edit, or delete rights. This is typically athletic trainers, but may also be athletic directors, team doctors, or others who report on the well-being of your organization's athletes or staff. If this is your first time accessing SportsWare, follow the instructions titled Log On for First Time you received in your SportsWare account activation email. To access SportsWare, go to www.swol123.net and log into your account. Once logged into SportsWare, you are brought to the dashboard page. Here you will see your drop-down menu, database button bar, administrators portal, and scheduler. First, you must grant yourself proper administrative rights. From the drop-down menu, select Admin, then Users. Click the name of the user whose rights you would like to edit, then click the Edit button. For this initial implementation, one user profile will have been created by CSMI using the contact information provided to us. However, you will need to update this profile with the desired rights. Under the General tab, you will see an area for your contact and login information and a list of yes or no toggle buttons. Administrators can add other users and assign rights to them. Active means this user is active in the system. Receive email notifications from SportsWare Online means this user will get an email notification every single time an athlete or other user adds, edits, or deletes demographic information in SportsWare. Online Contact will show this user as a possible contact person for athletes or parents. Receive email updates from CSMI ensures that this user is kept up to date with our new features and made aware of any service interruptions during routine updates. Can edit other notes allows this user to modify notes made by other users. Next, click the Program Functions tab to grant this user view and edit rights for key program functions. Edit Pick Lists allows this user to change drop-down menu options in SportsWare. While it may be useful to grant multiple users this right, only one user can edit pick lists at a single time or the changes will not be saved. It is recommended that these rights be limited in order to standardize terminology throughout the system. Users with pick list rights should also come to a consensus on how they like information to appear in SportsWare. View Inactive Athletes allows this user to search for information on athletes who have graduated or no longer attend your school. Show Notes in Quick Treatments and Show Notes in Quick Evaluations allows the user to see notes for athletes' quick treatments or quick evaluations, respectively. Quick Treatments is not included with the basic SportsWare package. View Social Security Numbers will allow or prevent the user from seeing athletes' Social Security numbers regardless of whether or not this field is required for the athletes. SportsWare is priced by the number of users active in the system at a single time. If other users are forgetting to log out of SportsWare, this user can force user logout to free up a license. If your school continues to encounter this issue, you may consider purchasing additional licenses. Video 2 in this series will discuss the different types of databases in SportsWare and how to grant access to them. SportsWare does not automatically save changes, so be sure to click the Save button whenever you make updates and not simply close out of the page. For these administrative changes to take effect, you must log out of SportsWare. Once you log back into SportsWare, you will see the changes you have made to your user rights take effect. If you need to add additional users, please continue watching this video. New users can be added by existing users with administrative rights by going to Admin, then Users, and clicking the Add button. At a minimum, this additional user's full name and email address must be entered. It is optional to assign a password or allow this new user to reset the password and create their own. Once you have added the new user and assigned proper rights, click the Save button. SportsWare does not automatically save changes, so be sure to click the Save button whenever you make updates and not simply X out of the page. As with all administrative updates, for these changes to take effect, you must log out of SportsWare. The new user's account has now been created. This user can now access their account for the first time. As stated earlier, you can either assign the new user a password or allow them to create their own. If you have assigned the password, simply have the new user log in with these credentials. If you have chosen to allow this user to create their own password, once you have completed the steps outlined in this video, instruct the user to go to the SportsWareOnLine webpage, enter the email associated with their account, and click the Reset Password/Forgot Password link. Tell them to follow the instructions in the password reset email. If they do not see this email, be sure to check the email wasn't redirected to a spam folder. After selecting a password, be sure to hit the Save button. Do not just click the Enter key or you will be brought back to the login page without these changes saved. The new user should now be able to access their account. This process must be repeated for each additional user. This concludes part 1 of how to set up your college or university's SportsWare Online account. If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. If not, please continue on to part 2 in this series to learn about the different databases that house information in SportsWare and how to assign access to them.